Ticket text 97136. Went to an event this weekend that I think could be better. I think it could be better if I ran the league. But everybody always thinks if I ran the league, it'd be better. But I've got a suggestion. We'll get to that at 11:35. Gator, the NFL players do this every summer now. There's a vote amongst players about who are the top players in the league. And from that, they compile a top 100. And it's always interesting to see where our guys rank. I have an observation about this, and I have a question about this. Because at number 49, Darius Slay, cornerback, Detroit Lions, was listed. So as voted on by the players. And Slay has kind of reached that point now where he went from being sort of acknowledged, up-and-comer, rising player, got to keep him. Everybody's starting to recognize he is now recognized as a star player. They are now down to number 40 and still no mention of Matthew Stafford, which means Stafford's going to be in the top 40. Last year, he was number 31, and he was the only Lion on the list. Here's my observation, is that we in Detroit now have two of the most coveted commodities in football. We have a quarterback who's considered great or really, really good, whatever tag you want to put on it. He is going to be in the top 6 or 7 quarterbacks in the league. He's upper echelon without a doubt. He's respected by his peers. And obviously that's the straw that stirs the offensive drink. Everybody knows it. It is maybe the most important position in sports. It certainly in America gets the most attention. There's nothing more All-American than the quarterback. So we've got one of those. And now we also have a guy who is well-respected in the league as a lockdown corner. When you talk about building football teams, you could talk about the left tackle position. We can talk about the pass rushing defensive end as great commodities. There might not be two bigger than a great quarterback and a great cornerback. You could make an argument for another position. I'm willing to listen. I'm not gonna fight you on it.
Well, I think it's certainly a great quarterback. Everyone would agree with.
Yes.
The next position is the one that's debatable.
Yes. But it's a debate, I think, amongst 3 spots. Left tackle, pass rushing defensive end, and corner. And I've always valued the impact of a great put him on an island corner. And it was interesting because the NFL Network piece that they did on Darius Slay making the top 100 players list, they talked about, player after player who played against him said, yeah, it's what they can do because they can put him on an island against guys like me. He's tough to beat. And they ran down the resume of who he went against this year, and it was a who's who of the best wide receivers in football. And he led the league in interceptions. And he did for a while. I don't know if he finished at the top. But anyway, the point is the Lions have these 2 great commodities, which are tough to – it's awesome for them to have. Yeah, he finished tied for the league leading. He had the most interceptions of any corner, but he had 8. And they've got that right now. And it's weird because the expectation isn't very high, including from me. But I think it's cool that they've got that. It's finding the pieces around them that can take these 2 great commodities to the next level.
Well, I think that that's a position of debate, and I think there's lots of positions that can be thrown in that debate. I would argue safety and linebacker on that list because I think for years I'd subscribe to the safety theory. Just having a guy out there can direct traffic, he's the captain of the secondary, and probably more a free safety than a strong safety. Just go out there and in today's passing game, help out where it's needed and make the plays. I think a playmaking safety is to me more valuable than a lockdown corner. But I think lockdown corners, I think they're all neck and neck. By the way, middle linebacker, I think back to like Ray Lewis types, Brian Urlacher types, and that's very important. But in today's game, it's more of a passing league. So, is it as important as somebody strong in the secondary or a lineman is going to rush the passer? I don't know.
So that's the observation, and Stafford's going to be mentioned here somewhere in the top 40. The question is, this is Slay's debut on this list. Like, and I use the term finally as if we've been waiting for years. We haven't, but
we've been waiting for years for a lockdown corner.
Yes, but we haven't been waiting for years for Slay to get his acknowledgement. But he makes the list. He debuts. He's got the recognition and the respect of his peers. Here's our question at 248-539-9797. Who is the next Lion to debut on this list over the next couple of years? Now, I got a guy. You got a guy. Kang's got a guy. Evan's got a guy.
We got guys.
We got guys who we think is the next Lion to debut on this list. Who is yours? And we're going to hang on to who our guy is and see if anybody mentions who our guy is. Who any of the four of us who we think the next Lion to debut on this list. And, you look at the last few draft classes. You look at players that are getting better. This is the top 100 as acknowledged by their peers in the NFL. So 248-539-9797. As we follow this thing moving forward, who will be the next Lion that gets this kind of first-time recognition in the next couple of years? And it could be a player that you think deserves it already, a player who early in his career is just tracking in that direction, a player that it's only a matter of time. Who would it be? 248-539-9797. We'll hang on to the names that we have each singled out and see if any of your guys' selection matches our selection for the next player to debut on this top 100 list that wears the Honolulu blue and silver. 248-539-9797. Champ and Chump, we do it every Monday. Those votes continue to come in, and we're tallying them up. Who should be singled out for having an awesome weekend? Who should be called out for having a weekend in blue? And we go to Josh and Warren. You're on 97.1 The Ticket. Hi, Josh.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
There's only a couple things I had the debate with the LeBron thing that I had with Gator was Gator said that it was the same thing as Durant. LeBron going to Miami was Durant going to Golden State. One major difference is that LeBron didn't go to a 73-win team that beat him the year before.
No, he didn't,
right?
and I get that. But my point was that when he chose to go to Miami, he brought somebody with him, and they formed a super team, much like when Kevin Durant joined Golden State. Golden State was already a championship caliber team, but with the addition of Kevin Durant, they were a super team.
Yeah, that was my only thing is that I understand nobody liked the decision and LeBron going to Miami, but Durant should be vilified even more than LeBron James ever was for going to that team. But
I
the
agree
second
with that.
thing was Doug saying that the East was a lot tougher back in the day with Jordan than it is now. Hey, Doug, do you know how many games that the Bulls dropped off of when Jordan retired? Like how many game difference it was between the Bulls when Jordan left in the next year and then when LeBron left and the Cavs the next year?
I don't. Not off the top of my head.
Michael Jordan left, it was 2. They won 55 games without him. When LeBron left, they won 19. And the year that he was there, they won 61. So it kind of shows that team was still pretty dang great.
Yeah, no, it's a good point, Josh. I think that this is how LeBron is making his case, because obviously he's never going to be able to say he's undefeated in the finals. His case, if there's lawyers sitting down in a court of law, this is never going to happen, but if there's lawyers sitting down in a court of law arguing cases about who is the greatest player in the league, the lawyer arguing on behalf of LeBron will argue about who he didn't have. Like who he didn't have around him and how he carried the team far more than Michael carried
Jordan
the team.
leaves, you still have Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant and Cartwright and B.J. Armstrong and Kukoc and whatever else, other.
And the Bulls never missed the playoffs without Jordan, and Cleveland didn't make the playoffs until LeBron came back.
Oh, they got lottery pick after lottery pick.
After lottery pick. The number 1 pick overall.
Good grief.
248-539-9797. If he can beat Golden State, he should be cemented as the GOAT. That's from an unnamed texter. Let's not forget the East is. Let's not forget.
Kang says cemented at number 2, though. I like that.
Yeah, I can't believe you'll never under any circumstances give him number 1.
No, he's got a few years left, right? He can still do something.
He wins this title.
If he beats Golden State in 3, I'll think about it.
How old is LeBron right now?
3.
How old is he right now?
33, 34?
33? 34?
He's been in the league since he's 18, so he seems like he's been around forever, which
yeah.
he has been, and he's been so great for so long.
Jordan's last year in the playoffs was when he was 34 years old with the Bulls. It was last time he made the playoffs. It was 34, and he averaged 32 points a game.
From Mike at work, my champ is my buddy for getting a hole-in-one on Saturday. My chump is Doug for thinking that's cool. An eagle would have been better, though. Okay, Mike, that's what I'd rather do. I would rather get a 3 on a par 5 than a 1 on a par 3. That's me. That speaks to what I am striving for, which is consistency, 3 great shots as opposed to one great shot.
I got to tell you, I love this debate because I think it's really interesting and trying to see into who you are. But I want to be with you the day that you have an eagle.
Yep.
I want to be with you if that day comes, because I think your reaction will be great.
Yep.
But I can't believe that reaction to having an eagle would come anywhere close to the reaction you would have as a hole-in-one.